Mark. And how many of you have ever visited Boston? You? How long were you there for?
A week.
A week. Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and persuade you to at least consider moving to the Northeast, more specifically Boston, because I know a lot of you people will think, oh, it's the North, it's not very good. I got to stay in the South. So one persuasive point would be the history that's there. A lot of American history started in the Northeast. More specifically in Boston, you have the Freedom Trail, which brings you along all different points from the American Revolution. You start at Paul Revere's house, and we all know that he was an influential part in the American Revolution. And it takes you all the way to the North Church, where they hung in 2 lanterns to warn the British to warn people that the British were coming, as they wanted by land and by sea. Another historical point in the Northeast is Plymouth Rock. That's the point where the Mayflower landed. There's a huge rock, and it's got the year that it was carved into it. The year that it landed was carved into it. It has a giant model of the Mayflower, and if you visit it, it's fantastic. You get a whole sense of American history. Another point that could hopefully draw you to the Northeast is the educational opportunities. Within Boston itself, you have Tufts, you have Harvard, you have MIT, you have Boston University, you have the Berklee College of Music, the Boston Conservatory, the New England Conservatory. And so if you are going to graduate from here, I would ask that you at least consider looking to the Northeast for grad school, because you have so many opportunities for after you graduate. After you graduate from grad school, hopefully, and you're looking for more opportunities to go and do internships or work jobs, you're right in the heart of Boston. There's so many opportunities that you can work there. Even if you don't choose to stay in Boston, you are 20 minutes from Providence, Rhode Island. You're 3 hours from New York City. There are so many opportunities for you to work and get jobs. Another reason that you should move to Boston is that you get the full 4 seasons of the year. You get a nice, beautiful winter, which I know here you think, oh, snow is awesome, but you don't really know what snow really is until you move to the north, and you have to get up at like 7 in the morning and shovel 2 feet of snow out of your driveway. I know it sounds painful, but it's more fun than you could ever know. You can rake leaves. During the fall, you can go leaf peeping, which is you go up into the mountains and you see the beautiful changing of all the colors. And during the summer, it's not as hot as it is here, but it is warm. And you're close enough to a beach where you can go and enjoy and go to a beach house or even a lake house and take your boat out. During the spring, it's beautiful because there's all the blooming colors just of new life coming into the world. And also, if you're in Boston, you have so many different assortments of food. If you're on one end of town, you can be in Chinatown and you can have awesome Chinese food. You go to the other end of town, you're in Little Italy, you have fantastic little cannolis or cupcakes that the Italians are good at baking. You go to the other end of town and you're in Faneuil Hall, and it's basically a strip as long as the hallway out here. And it's one giant hallway with food all the way down on both sides, and you can get dessert, you can get coffee, you can get all the sorts of